How's it going, everyone? I hope everyone's having a good day. Hopefully, it just started raining, so hopefully the noise isn't too much of a distraction. So I'll try to speak up. So, my entire life I've been a pretty focused person. Even some people might even label it as hyper focused. Whenever I have a certain goal that I want to meet, I'm going to take the necessary steps to try to attain that goal, and that has worked very well. But in today's video, I want to talk about how sometimes being too obsessed and ultra focused on something can be a detriment, especially when you're talking about health and fitness, and especially for people that have food addictions, because I do believe a lot of people are addicted to food. Now, you always hear about drug addiction, alcohol addiction, tobacco. I used to smoke. Trust me, I know that. That's a straight addiction. But food is a definitely an addiction, because it has a lot of the components, and I talked about this briefly in other videos. It has a lot of the components that would make us, the human body, addicted to food in general, at least bad food, which is salt, sugar, caffeine, high in fat. That stuff is very addicting, but nonetheless, when you get, for people that are extremely addicted to food, and for these people that are struggling very mightily on trying to fight their food addiction and try to overcome it and try to lose weight, you have to have a plan. And when you have a plan, you need to, whether you're going to find a personal trainer, you're going to do a food journal, your exercise routine, or you're going to work out at home, are you going to join some classes, or are you going to join a gym, whatever it is, you're going to have to change your entire life, a complete 180. And with that, you need to be focused. I'm not denying that. You do have to be focused, because if you're just lackadaisical and you're not taking it seriously, you're probably going to fail. And even if you are extremely focused, there's a good chance you may fail anyway, kind of like with drug addiction. I don't know the statistics on top of my head, but like heroin addiction, I heard is just beyond crippling, and the majority of people do not get clean after trying to become sober. It takes multiple times, and this can also apply with food addiction. So yes, I do acknowledge that you have to be ultra focused, and you have to really hone in on your goal, especially if you have a food addiction. But there comes a point in which, when you're too hyper focused and you're thinking about it 24/7, it can be detrimental. And why is that? You might be wondering, what's so bad about that? Well, the reason is you're not giving your brain any rest from this goal. And what happens is you start to become ultra sensitive to this. And if you're constantly thinking about food all the time, you're counting calories, you're thinking about this diet plan and this other diet plan you heard, it can drive you crazy to the point where it can be demotivating. It can burn you out. It can increase your cortisol, your stress levels in general. It can make you more demotivated, because and it can also just not give you that mental rest that you need from a topic. I mean, how much can you just keep thinking about it over and over and over? It may lead someone to have a binge or whatever. So what I recommend is, yes, you need to have that solid foundation when you start. And if you have a food addiction, or even if you don't have a food addiction, if you've just been struggling with food in general and your relationship to food has not always been the best, even if you fall in under that category, yes, you need to establish a game plan. Yes, you need to be focused and stick with whatever plan you choose. However, once you develop that foundation, you need to create that balance. You shouldn't be thinking about the food 24/7, 365 days a year, because that's going to put a lot of pressure on yourself. Have the foundation, but if you're constantly thinking about it, that shouldn't be normal, because this is supposed to be a lifestyle change. That's what you want to do. And how do you do that? You have more balance in your life. If you like camping, you go out for a camping trip. Try some new things. If skiing, if I don't know where you live, but if there's a good amount of snow, do that. Do some skiing. some snowboarding, surfing. I have, you know, I'm lucky to be 45 minutes away from multiple beaches. Try some boogie boarding, some, you know, try some new things. Try to get out of your comfort zone. I've tried other things in the past for fun. I've done like archery classes. I did axe throwing, which is phenomenal. You should try it. It's extremely fun. You pair up in teams and you just start hitting the axe. It's a good workout too. If that's not your thing, I did the trapeze with my wife, which was freaking scary. But during those moments, you know, it's actually, you're burning calories, you're having fun, you're trying new things, you're breaking out of your comfort zone, and you're not thinking about food for a change, right? Even if it's just for a few hours. When you're on that trapeze and you're going and you're worried about freaking falling, yeah, I love pizza. I love tacos. I love chicken burritos. I love all that good stuff too. Just because I'm a health nut, it doesn't mean I don't have those weaknesses. But that's the last thing I was thinking about when I was on that pendulum going. And there was a less chance of me thinking about food while I was doing that, because I was outside, as opposed to if I didn't do that and I was sitting at home obsessing about my next meal, counting the calories all by myself at home watching TV. And you know the correlation between watching TV and sitting on the couch, more people tend to over snack, and I'm guilty of this as well. There's a better chance that you're going to grab that bag of chips, the cookies, whatever. So yeah, you know, hopefully this wasn't too much info to digest, but hopefully this kind of makes sense. You want to have your goal, but as your mind evolves and as you start to understand that this is a lifestyle change, it will not be in the back of your head 24/7. It will at the beginning, because you may be new to health and fitness, and that's fine. But once you establish a routine and you know how your body responds to certain foods, it's going to be second nature. And when you encounter that and it becomes second nature and you have that solid foundation, then it will be like clockwork. You won't be obsessing it. It'll be natural. And then on top of that, you could be focusing your energy on other things outside of just food and health and fitness. Hopefully that makes sense. I mean, me, you know, I love health and fitness, but if I'm doing some go-kart racing or something, which I did when I was in Korea with my cousin, you know, I'm not thinking about food. I'm not thinking about doing a lat pull down. I'm not thinking about that. I think about it when I'm in the gym and I'm hitting it, but I'm not obsessing about it. And, you know, I'm just not. I'll just, you know, if I feel like I put on a little bit too much, I just look in the mirror. I'll be like, okay, next meal, I'll just cut down on the carbs a little bit. And then I go about my day, and then I just keep plugging away. I'm not obsessing about it too much, because it's going to drive you crazy and it may be a detriment and be counterproductive. 8 minutes in this video, that's it. It's raining hard right now. Comments, questions, always welcome. I'm actually kind of hungry right now. It's lunchtime and I gotta go. Thanks a lot. Bye.